Well, good morning.
Good morning.
What are your names?
Tim and Michelle Auman.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. And you're standing in front of a beautiful old limestone, I'll call it a mansion. It's a huge house. How old is it?
We don't know exactly. 1750 something is what we've had it dated as.
Okay.
Some ladies that are home experts.
And how long have you lived here?
Well, I grew up here from the age of 3 till I was 20. Left, raised a family on the north end of town, and moved back, bought the family farm, and moved back here in 2011.
Well, it is absolutely gorgeous. And the reason I'm here today is because there's a garden tour. Who's hosting that?
Lebanon Preservation Trust.
Okay.
And I saw they're established in 1967.
Okay, very nice. And I never saw, you're standing in front of a mound of cactuses. I never saw so many cactuses in one place. They are absolutely intriguing.
Actually, easy. We just stuck them in topsoil and they just keep growing.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And how many did you insert?
Oh my.
Certainly not that many.
No.
Wow, they're just neat. And over there you have a fountain.
Yep.
That's beautiful. So what got you interested in this tour? Were you invited or?
We were asked. We know Janice Marcy, and she asked if we would participate, and we thought, sure, why not? I mean, we put a lot of work into our property and thought we want to share it.
Well,
and Michelle had her home on 16th Street, twice on the garden tour previously.
So I had been on it before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Something I enjoy doing, gardening.
Oh, I can tell. It's gorgeous. I drive by on 72 so many times and admire the little pond out front. And I often wondered what was going on back here, and I finally get to find out. So thank you for opening your doors so that people can come and see your wonderful work.
Absolutely. The property dates back to the Colemans and the Buckinghams of the mines. So this was the mule barn. The golf course was where they raised, they had the milk cows, and the original entrance to the farm until the 1950s was through the tree-lined lane. That's where everybody came in and came out of. So.
Well, it is just a stunning place. Do you mind if I walk around a little bit?
Absolutely not. That's what you're here for.
Take it all
Yeah,
in.
I'd love to walk up to that pond and get a closer look there.
Gladly.
Okay.
And that's actually spring fed, so.
Is it?
Freezes.
Yep.
So then you don't have to clean it or put chemicals in it?
No. Nope.
But you'll see Michelle's touch. She loves the concrete statues.
Well, like I say, somebody has a good eye.
Oh, thank you.
Because it's absolutely stunning. It's like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, something, Venice or Versailles or something like that in Florida.
Oh.
One time I was part of the United Nations Women in the Environment. Anyhow, they had us at a garden party there. And they had just statuary and beautiful gardens.
That's the other part of Michelle, besides her plantings, are the statues and the concrete statues.
I like the stately statues and stuff like that.
But then we also have various bronze pieces throughout.
Oh, really?
Outside the property.
I know, I just got here, but it only starts at 9 o'clock, so it's 2 minutes after.
Oh,
and we're letting everybody know that this is going on today. And I think they have to get tickets. They can get them here, or they have other places.
Well, I think for today now it's strictly just here.
Oh, strictly here. No going to the businesses.
Candies and lasers, flowers. But I'm not. Well, I guess they could still go and buy some there.
Yeah.
But they can also buy them here. So.
Okay. And so,
it's rain or shine. So.
And how do they find this place? I mean, I drove here, but.
Well, I don't know. I saw is there a Facebook
with your
page?
pamphlet that you get, your booklet, it has all the addresses on it. So.
Well, could we just get your address because?
Sure. It's 2330 Quentin Road. And it is Lebanon 17042.
Okay, because this is like
also 72.
Yeah, and this is like the starting place. You're number one on the list.
It is, but you don't have to follow that.
Oh, you don't have to.
You can
okay.
go in any order you want.
Yes.
Okay.
You can skip them. You don't have to go to all of them. You can do
that's
whatever you
not
want.
the point, though.
No, it isn't. But if it's time constrained or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to see beautiful gardens in Lebanon County, come on out. And again, we're near Quentin, south on 72 from the City of Lebanon. And I hope you'll visit and see these lovely people.
And look for the tulip signs.
Oh, look for the tulip signs, yes.
At each of the homes that are on the tour.
Yep.
And
Okay.
there's our rooster.
I heard
If
the
you
rooster.
heard some crowing in the background. There
I
he
don't
is.
see him. You
He's
see
right
him.
here. See
Yeah.
him through the arborvitae?
She's probably looking
come
right
over
through
here.
the stump.
Oh, I don't
He
know.
just said hello to you.
Yes, he did. Actually, he was behind my car. And when I came in, I can't get close enough on the video, though, to show him. But I'm going to wander around. Thank you again.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Well, we're at number 2 on the garden tour. And I call her Libby Hess. We went to school together, is our host. And we have some other people here as well. And you have these gloves. Oh my goodness, how creative is that? And you have to park on Houck Street to walk over. There is limited parking here. But again, just a lovely, lovely garden and yard. And she's along Quentin Road as well. So we're going to take you on a little walk with me here and see all these beautiful...
Oh, and she's got this over here to the stone that identifies certain things as well, which is a good idea.
I only have a couple
Oh,
because I don't have tags.
tells you what the flowers are. Okay, very good. There's some of them are not quite in bloom yet, but that's okay.
Yeah, cute, but I love the glove. I love the glove.
You love it? Well, I'm glad. And my husband got them for me, and I used all the other ones first. And then I saved. He said that's so you won't lose them. They're right on.
Yeah, well, see, and that's fabulous.
What, is this fun or what? We get to walk through people's yards and see how the time they spend just manicuring their lawns and making them beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at this. Surprises around every corner. It is nice. Look, there's a little, can you see the fountain or spigot in there? That's cool. And, oh, just little urns and a nice deck with, and a swimming pool. And you can see the drops. It's drizzling. Is this cool? Oh, she even has a basketball court. She was a good basketball player. I do remember that now. How lovely, how lovely. And there's a little fire pit. Wow, Libby, nice job. You can come and do my yard anytime. Wow. Oh, look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Are those zinnias? Somebody that's really good with flowers, help me out. Look at all the colors. They're amazing. Well, now, I wish she had a basketball here. I'd like to see her do a few baskets while she's here, but she's busy entertaining people. We just get to look and see what a lovely, lovely display of color and texture. So many different colors. Look at this. There's a dark green in the background, a medium green, a lighter green, almost whitish tint here. Just bright greens alone are decorative. So, so beautiful. And there's the house in the background. Nice job, Libby. This is phenomenal. Did I go through? No, I didn't know I could go through. I want to know where your basketball is. You used to be a pretty good basketball player.
No, that was Liz Airhorn.
I thought that was you.
No, I tried out for the team and didn't make it because I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, I could have sworn you were a basketball player.
No, I'm rather athletic, but they didn't have the sports back then that I would have played, like softball,
Okay.
volleyball, stuff like that.
All right. Oh, look at this. A little sitting place. Wow. Just to contemplate. I didn't know I could go back here.
Yeah, I better stay here. That's why I put the glove there. I was hoping people would know. And just watch some of the structure. You can walk on the mulch. You know.
Sure. And look at that. Is that a stovepipe or something?
It's a chimney liner.
Chimney liner,
My
yes.
friend was moving, and so I went, well, I could stick it in my yard.
Makes a good fireplace.
It does.
Yeah, not fireplace, flower pot.
It makes the pot. And here's, I love this. My friend, who's from another country, she thinks outside of the box for gardening. So she couldn't grow things in pots very well. So she bought old crock pots, knocked the bottom out,
Okay.
put her herbs in them, stuck them in the ground so they wouldn't be totally dependent on her watering.
Oh.
So they would sink their roots into the
Moisture
ground.
could come up from the ground if you had
And then
rain
she
too.
could cut them off and move them somewhere else the next year.
Isn't that amazing?
You won't hurt this to walk on it.
Okay.
You will not.
Ooh, what's this purple one?
Isn't that cool? That's a man gave. I have a tag over on the other one.
Okay.
Free plug for Hornings. I got it at Hornings.
You got it at Hornings. Okay. All right. Sure.
It has great.
Yeah, I know Lasers is one of the sponsors here too, so we don't mind. Yeah, we don't mind plugging local businesses. That's good for the economy.
I love Hornings. I love it.
Okay, that's cool. Wow. Yeah, this is
You
just
already
great.
did this
I did.
one. Okay. Do you want to take a picture of that man gave thing so you know what it
Well,
is?
no, wait a second. Let's go down here first. What's down here? I wasn't down here.
Best for last.
The best for last.
That's why I have it ordered like this.
Uh-huh.
I think the best for last.
Wow. Oh, look. Even a little, like, what is that called? An arbor or?
Arbor, and that's sweet autumn clematis. That blooms at the end of summer.
I used to have a sweet autumn clematis, and my husband ripped it out.
Well, you'll have one when you leave if you want one. I have one on the top.
Ooh,
I have a
please.
baby one.
I would love a baby clematis. I can start all over.
I have one growing there, too. I'm going to dig out for you.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Who would have known? Right here on Quentin Road. You would never know it from the
City
road.
of Lebanon, 2/3 of an acre.
Is that what it is?
About, yeah, just about. It's a double or triple lot. When we moved here about 27 years ago,
Is that how long you live here?
the lady, you lived on 7th Street right near the municipal building first.
Okay.
In a 25-foot wide by 75-foot lot. Half a double.
Wow.
Then we moved here, so it was a lot different.
Yeah.
The lady across the street who was in her 80s said the people who built this, they didn't want neighbors next door, so they bought them.
They bought 2 lots. Double lot. Look at this. Just so many beautiful colors and textures. I cannot thank you enough for opening your home and allowing us to walk through your garden and obviously your passion and love for gardening.
I do.
Are you a master gardener or?
No, I just like growing. I just like flowers.
Wow.
Yep.
Are those like sunflowers or zinnias? What are
Those
they?
are dahlias.
Dahlias.
And that one back there will get probably about almost 10 feet tall. See the pink one?
The pinkish one, yeah.
That's why it's in a cage, and I'm going to have to put more bars and cage around it.
Wow.
That's going to be exquisite. My
Is that
neighbor-
like a little Japanese maple tree or something? What is that thing?
That is a
Oh, I stumped the gardener.
elderberry.
Elderberry.
It is a black lace elderberry.
Wow.
Elderberry.
So it gets berries you can eat?
I think. Okay. Notice I just always I put stones on so I can step on it.
Yeah, I see that.
So, about a month ago or so, this had beautiful little pink blossoms.
Okay.
Actually, that's pretty neat, isn't it?
That is cool. It would make a nice arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is a berry on it.
And then I think you can make like wine or whatever you want out of it.
Elderberry
Jelly.
wine. That's what I've heard of. I
Yeah.
thought they made berries of some sort.
But I just cut it back. It grows like crazy, so I try to keep it in control.
Really? Did you grow it from a plant or a seed?
It's I bought the first. I bought it at Richland Greenhouse.
Another plug for a local
I think
business.
I did. I think I got it at Richland Greenhouse.
Okay.
And then the other one, I have another one over here. My neighbor who I got the chimney liner from.
Okay.
When she was moving, I dug hers out. You know, a lot of plants come from people around here. That's the best way to grow stuff because then you stand a better chance of it growing in your yard if it grew in their yard.
'Cause the soils match.
At least it's close.
Yeah, close. Wow, wow, wow.
Now, here's
So
something
gorgeous.
You may not see everywhere. My friend Joni Leica from Leica's Nursery.
I know Joni Light.
You know Joni Leica?
Oh, Leica.
Leica. Leica.
I graduated with a Joni Light. I'm sorry.
And I don't remember that name from the Cedar.
Yeah.
There's somebody else up there. I think they're following me up. This is Clary Sage. She grows stuff from seed and shares it with
I
me.
see that. Oh, daisies. Oh, that's so, it just cheers you to see daisies, I think.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
My neighbor, she's a master gardener. It's her favorite.
Okay. Does she come over and help you?
No, she's an emeritus.
Ah, okay. Emeritus.
But
I got it.
I wish you could see them blooming. They're gone now. I had, 2 weeks ago, I had the pink peony poppies everywhere.
Oh, they're peonies.
Oh, here's one that's left.
Oh.
And
oh,
I
look
got
at that.
those seeds from her.
They almost look like
Barbara.
carnations, but they're peonies?
And the peony poppies. Here's one.
Peony poppies. Okay. Ooh.
These, honestly, I get more questions and comments on this. And
Yeah.
this is a small one.
Because they look like tall carnations or
They
something.
do kind of, don't they?
Yeah. This is just so stunning. Wow, wow, wow. Are these the ones you have to take in the summer?
Right, those are canes.
Canas. Yeah. Oh my.
And actually, there was poppies all in here until this week.
And then the leaves fell
Pulled
off.
them out and I stuck some of this other stuff in.
This purple with the yellow center is amazing.
So that's a daylily.
A daylily.
Yep. And I dug these out of somebody's yard. You know, she was downsizing, so I got a lot of things from
Sure.
Kay Snyder.
A lot. My neighbor kind of supplies me with some flowers as well, so I know that. I know that trick.
Joni says that's what gardeners do. They share.
Yeah. And what is that? Is that a scale in there, or what is that?
That came off my neighbor Rick's compost pile. It's some kind of a succulent.
No, but what's holding it? What's
Oh, I'm
underneath it?
sorry. That is a bird bath that my friend gave me when she was moving.
A bird
It was her
bath.
mother's.
So it was actually a
The
bird bath.
Can you see the garlic cloves? There's a garlic clove.
Oh, on the
One
end.
this side.
Okay. All right.
There's 3 of them. That's the ornamental feature there, holding
Okay.
up the bird bath. And then Larry just drilled holes in it so the water will go.
Okay.
So it's no longer a bird bath.
And here you have a water garden.
A little tiny one with goldfish that eat mosquitoes, so there's no...
They eat mosquitoes?
Hi. You look familiar.
I live south of Lebanon.
Well, thank you for joining us on the garden tour. We took a lot of Libby's time, but she was a very gracious host, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing her lovely garden. You too can join the garden tour. It's $12, and you can see more online with Lebanon Historic Preservation Trust. Come on out. There are 9 different stops on the tour, and I'm on number 2.
The gardens, and thank you for visiting us.
Thank you.
There for years, but the other stuff I just added this year. So, yeah, you know, and I got my sifter from the kitchen, and
Took it off.
yeah, and I like.
Isn't that duckweed, that little tiny?
It is.
Duckweed.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw that at another pond that we were just
Yeah.
visiting.
Oh, yeah. And I think it has to do with aeration and whatnot. You know, so you need to. I think it's pretty too, to a point. When it takes over. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Very nice.
It's very charming.
We like how you prune. We like your upright.
Good.
Your umbrella pine.
Oh yeah, it's a fave.
So,
When you go against it, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's kind of waxy and blunt, you know.
what is this guy?
That's Perosia. It's a witch hazel from Iran, from Persia. Yeah, very sycamore-like. Gets a nice orangey yellow color in the fall.
Okay.
This is a street tree recommendation in Washington D.C. You're finding it more as a single stem tree now in nurseries. Was not really commercially available when I bought this at an estate in Delaware County.
But it's available because it's non-invasive.
It's not invasive. It's not invasive.
Well, so can you tell everybody who you are? This is take 2 because the first time didn't take.
Oh, is that right? Well, my name is Chuck Wertz, and I live here at 815 South Broad Street on the garden tour this year.
Well, that's fantastic, and you have a beautiful garden. thank you for opening up. And you know quite a bit about keeping things green as the former director of the Conservation District
correct.
here in Lebanon.
Right.
People may know you from that. And wow, you tell us how you got this place and when.
Well, I bought it in 1989, and it was not in real good shape, and it was all turf and a rusty chain link fence. And so I immediately went to work. I have a horticultural degree as well, and tried to diversify it to be its own little garden respite. So.
Well, you have an oasis right here in the city of Lebanon. Thanks for saving this place and making it so beautiful.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
Well, I will. Thank you. Thanks to you and the others who have opened their homes.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Cute little boots here. Oh, these purple flowers. I wonder what they are.
They are allium, which normally they're purple in the spring, and then they turn brown, and you miss that pop of purple color, so I started spray painting them.
Oh, you fooled me.
Yeah, and actually that's the most commented thing on the tour so far this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But, you know, I said this on another one. I was at Venice, Versailles, I want to say, down in Florida. Just wonderful gardens. They had their little boxwoods all around. I see in the background there, you have a whole series of little boxwoods that you have decorated.
Yeah.
Can we walk up and
Sure.
you can tell us more?
Sure, no problem.
So how long have you been gardening?
For my life, actually. My grandparents were very much into gardening, and as soon as we got married, as soon as we had some, piece of soil, I started planting things. Certainly nothing like this. So,
How many years did this take to develop?
Well, we've been here for 37 years. It has not always looked like this because we have 4 children, and we have a pool and jungle gyms and all those other good things. So I guess I probably ramped it up after the kids moved out, and it's just a full-time hobby. I love it. I
It is
absolutely
wonderful.
love it.
And what's over your head here?
That is a staghorn fern gifted to me by a friend. She had it for 10 years, and she got a little tired taking care of it. So now it lives here in my sycamore tree, and it looks perfect there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you have a little sitting area over here.
Right. This is what I call the Woodland garden because it's all ferns and bleeding heart. Just a nice little spot to come. It's always very cool back here.
I can feel the temperature
Yeah.
difference actually.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
And another sitting, is that for the difference of the sun, east to west, or?
And that's because there's a spot there, Joellen. And I found that furniture somewhere. That's why that's there.
Aha, you like the furniture.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good enough reason. And look at all these wonderful flowers in the background here.
Behind the furniture is Tithonia, which is Mexican sunflower. That attracts butterflies like crazy. So I'm hoping in a couple of weeks we get some butterflies. And I have calendula and dahlias, all things that attract butterflies. And we try not to use any chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, anything like that. And it's been a good thing.
And who's the little fella climbing in the stones?
Oh, that is my grandson.
He is so adorable.
I know, he's so stinking cute. He's 15 months old, Jude Henry, and he just came for a visit. We haven't seen them for a while.
Aww.
Yeah, he's a sweetie.
They picked a great day.
They really did. I can't believe how great the weather is. It's lovely.
Well, is there anything you wanted to tell us?
Just that the city's a great place to live. There are these gorgeous homes and gardens in the area. We have great neighbors. People are surprised about that, but we've had nothing but positive experiences here in the city, and we've lived a couple of other places. So,
Well, that's beautiful.
yeah. It's a
And
great
tell
place.
me, one closing question. Did you ever climb that tree?
Never.
Looks like a good climbing tree. That's all I'm
Kids have.
saying.
The kids have climbed it, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome. Glad you came, Joelle.
Thank you. Hi there. What's your name?
Well, I'm Jerry Collins, and I've been around here for a long time.
Well, Jerry, I think I saw you at Mount Lebanon Cemetery just a few Sundays ago.
Well, I wear several hats, and that's one of them, and this is another one.
And what are we doing here today?
Well, we have our garden tour sponsored by the Historic Preservation Trust of Lebanon County, and we are highlighting 9 gardens in and around the southern part of Lebanon City.
Well, I noticed yours is enclosed in a fence over here behind me. I'll get a picture of that later, but tell me what you're growing in there.
Well, we have 4 inner and 4 outer beds there, and the 4 inner beds, one is a garden to attract the bees, the second and third are vegetable gardens, and in the 4th garden we've just started a small bed of flax, which they would have used to make their clothing in a structure such as this.
Well, and I understand flax seeds are very good for your health as well. Did you know that, or is it a different kind of plant? You're not sure?
Well, I'm going to take your word for it.
Well, you know, maybe that's something we can research, huh? Mr. Trump's a good researcher, but flax is supposed to help keep you regular, for instance. Okay. That's one of its qualities, but there's other things, I'm sure. So I think it's interesting. I'll have to stop back and see what the flax looks like.
Good.
All right.
Good. It's just peeking above the soil at this point. But,
so it's not much to look at yet.
Not much to look at now. And I don't know whether it's going to mature enough this year.
Sure.
But I think till next year we'll have a small crop.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk back here. I don't know if you want to walk along or if I should just walk back myself, whatever your wishes are.
I will follow in great footsteps.
Let me follow you, sir. You're the king of history here. You go ahead, and if you want to tell me anything out there.
Just a small lieutenant.
A lieutenant. Ooh, I like that too. Please, let me follow you. And if you want to stand at the entryway and point anything out, these 4 different sections that you were talking about.
You may be curious about this building.
Looks like an outhouse to me.
It is to resemble an outhouse. It is, of course, not a functioning outhouse. We are using it as a garden shed. And I would like to plug the Boy Scouts and their Eagle Scout program, because this stands here because we had an Eagle Scout candidate who was willing to tackle this project and did a wonderful, wonderful job.
I like it.
Yes.
Yay, Boy Scouts.
Yes. Max came to one of our meetings here and was taken by the projects, and we need about 100 more of him.
There are a lot of Eagle Scout candidates out there. I use them at the watershed. They are fantastic.
They are indeed, yes.
Can we go to the garden here? And tell me, point to which ones you were talking about. This is the butterfly garden?
Yes. And this garden, this particular bed, was planted last year.
Wow.
So now this is in its 2nd year.
It's doing quite well.
As you can see, it's doing very, very well.
I'll say.
And this was done through the efforts of the DAR. Christine Klein, who is very active and undertook this as her personal project, and she's was here this morning and has done a wonderful job. So we go from the pollinator garden to the vegetable garden over here.
Looks like tomatoes, and is that pumpkin or zucchini? What's back there?
Yes, squash.
Squash? Okay. Oh, there I see it's labeled flax.
All Pennsylvania German gardens supposedly have in their center a yucca plant, and that seems strange at first because we identified yucca with the Southwest, but it's not unusual for a Pennsylvania German garden because back in those days, they were superstitious. We are to a point even today, but to them, to have a yucca plant in the center of your garden meant good luck, prosperity, and so forth. So if you find a Pennsylvania German garden without them,
Well, believe me, after learning this, I'm getting a yucca plant in my garden.
well, good.
Yeah, I gotta find one first, but I'll get one.
And once you have them, you'll never get rid of them.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, they're
They're prolific too.
Yep.
And I see you have the flax right over here on the ground.
The flax is here.
It's very fine looking,
This is
isn't it?
fine. This
Yeah.
is the flax right here.
Okay, I see it.
So it's
And you have red raspberries back there.
And this is the first for her red raspberries here.
Sure.
The back two plots, as you can imagine, don't get the light
Right.
that the front beds do. So now we're looking into finding some shade-loving plants for the back end.
Allspice is that the bush?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the allspice bush. And then over here you have,
Well, more of the vegetable variety.
oh yes,
You'll
eggplants
see
and hot
eggplant
peppers.
there, and peppers,
Uh-huh.
and so forth.
Well, thank you so much. This has been delightful. Jerry Collins, you're a wealth of knowledge, and we're glad to have you in Lebanon County.
Well, thank you. Sometimes I don't feel like a wealth of knowledge, but
Well, you are. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Liz Ziegler from Royal Oaks Farm.
And Liz, tell me, where is this place? I never saw it before. Do you sell things, or what do you do here?
Yeah, we have a pick-your-own flower garden. This is our second year. We're located on Oak Street in Lebanon. Self-serve, acre of cut flowers. People come out and pick whatever they want. There's supplies in the potting shed. It's kind of help yourself.
Now, do you bring your own vase if you want to make a vase for the centerpiece of your table, or do you have vases here?
Yeah, we do have quart jars, so you can fill your quart jar. We provide the containers. We do have a few extra vases for sale in there if you'd like to purchase a more decorative vase.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, this is so, and it looks like at least an acre. How big is it?
Yeah, it's a little over an acre of cut flowers. And then in addition to the cut flower garden, we have an acre and a half of sunflowers that are going to bloom simultaneously the end of July, beginning of August, kind of as a sunflower field in the path you can walk through and take pictures.
I was going to say, I feel a photo op coming on for a lot of people.
I think that's what it's for. Like I pictured a lot of families coming and getting like Christmas pictures or just fun sunflower field pictures there.
Or even Thanksgiving Day pictures. I mean, they'd be great for that with sunflowers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for your time today. I'm going to walk around. You have a little bit of everything here.
There's about 40 different kinds of flowers, probably a few more, but that's about what I average.
What is your most popular flower?
Well, everybody wants sunflowers. So we have besides the sunflower field, we also plant about 300 to 400 sunflowers every week in succession. So I'd say that's probably the most popular, but a lot of people like the dahlias, the lisianthus, yeah, all of them it seems.
Now, are any of them perennials?
We added some perennial rows this year, so we put in 50 hydrangea bushes, about 100 sedum plants, and a couple other things that are just getting established for next year and the future.
Okay. And what is the hardest thing to grow?
Well, my hardest thing to grow, which is most people's easiest thing to grow, is zinnias. I do struggle to grow zinnias in the soil. Most people, that's the easiest plant to grow, but that is my hardest, so we'll work on that for next year.
Okay, well, you gave me some ideas because I'm struggling to keep after the weeds in my garden, I will admit. But these little holes in the fabric, does that come like that, or do you have to punch the holes in?
Yeah, so we buy the landscape matting that's down here in big rolls, and we roll it out across the garden in the spring. It's like ours is 15 feet wide, so we do like 3 to 4, I think it's 4 rolls we rolled down this garden, tack it down with staples, and it's like a clean slate. It's like my picture I get to paint, so to speak. And then we go through, I do with a torch actually, and I burn the holes, and I have different patterns. So I made up plywood patterns with different hole spacings depending on the plant. And we go down through and burn the holes so that everything's even, and
So it doesn't catch fire, it just melts it away? Or?
just melts it away in that little hole. And then we put the plant in or the seeds in depending what we're doing.
Well, you gave me a great idea for my garden. I think I can keep the weeds down if I have some of this stuff down.
The stuff is fantastic. I would never be able to keep up with the weeds if I didn't have this.
And what is the product called?
Landscape matting.
Okay.
This is, yeah, you could probably Google it.
Google
or
it.
something.
I can do that. I'm good at Googling. Well, again, thank you so much for your hospitality.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Sherry Kalbach.
And Sherry, I'm here in Clayona, believe it or not, 2 houses from where I grew up.
I know exactly which house it
Oh
is.
my
I
goodness.
remember.
That is so amazing. So
Yes.
how long have you lived here?
In the 40s, probably 45, 46 years.
Oh my goodness. Then you were here probably. Yeah, when I was graduating or something like that. That's amazing. So how long did it take you to put together this fabulous garden?
Well, I started when I moved in, and I've been at it ever since. I just enjoy the flowers and planting new things, but I got really hooked on the daylilies because that you get a lot of bang for your buck. They're not a lot of work, and if you look around and see all the beautiful colors, and they just keep producing for weeks and weeks.
And they come up every year.
Yes, they do.
They're
multiply.
amazing. And you have this little row of ducks over here. What's that all about?
Well,
What's
my
your pool?
grandchildren and any other kids that come here, we play with them. There's all kinds of games. You can line them up, sort them out. You name it, they've been through the mill. And every year I get new ones, and some retire. And that's not only half. That's really only half of them.
Oh my. Well, I got to tell you, I love the creativity. For instance, tell me about that wall of China back there. I'm just going to come around so they can see it in the background.
Oh, that's the Great Wall of China. I was lucky enough to go to the real Wall of China, but that Great Wall of China hasn't been there quite as long as that one, but that's been hanging up for at least 20 years.
Really?
Yes, I used to take it in, but I found out that it survived, and if one accidentally breaks, I just go to the thrift store and replace it with another plate.
Good
So
plan.
it's kind of a joke, the Great Wall of China. It has a date on, I think mine was started in 2002 or something
Well,
like
I never
that.
saw anything like it, but it is so creative.
Well, I can't take credit for that. That comes from Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Many years ago, I saw that and I thought, I'm going to have one of those.
Well, I have a fence, so I don't know. My husband may not like it, but I might think about it.
Well, I would never put any holes in this plastic fence.
Oh, how did you hang them?
It's there with the zip ties, whatever, and you have to put the little hook on the back,
Okay.
the plate holder kind of thing, and then you run the zip tie through there and put it around the fence post. Pull it really tight, and they're there for life.
Fantastic ideas. Yeah, I just love your place. Thank you for opening it to help raise money for the Historic Preservation Trust.
It's my pleasure. This is my 3rd time on the tour, and I love doing it, and it's a real inspiration to get your yard cleaned up. I'll tell you what, I've been out here hustling for quite a while, but...
Do you have any help?
No, I enjoy doing it myself.
You do it yourself?
I like to run the show. So.
Are you a master gardener?
No, not
You just
interested in
have
taking a
a
test.
green thumb.
Well, I don't know about that, but I have good luck. I pick things that work too, I think.
Well, thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sure.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Hi there. What's your name?
My name is Bill Deet.
And Bill, you live here in Clayona back to back with one of the other flower gardens?
I do. Sherry Kalbach is my next door neighbor.
And do you know who else was one of your neighbors? Maybe not while you were here, but I grew up cat a corner across. I spent a lot of time in this yard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tony, Lois were the
Yes,
parents. Of
yes.
course, he was a carpenter.
Yes.
And then Donna and Barry.
Yes.
And Donna's gone, but wow, this brings back memories. But the yard did not look like this then. It's all full of rocks right now.
It is definitely full of rocks.
So they left an unusual garden for the last one. Tell us how you got all these rocks.
I've liked rocks ever since I was a little kid.
Is that why you have a rock shirt on?
It is. My wife got this for me because I keep bringing too many rocks home. Thank you for noticing it. But as I go on trips, I used to just take all my rocks and I would put my specimens away. And I thought to myself, why not show off the specimens? So as time went on, I started putting out my better specimens in the yard for the neighbors to also walk by and enjoy.
Wow. And, you know, if you had to say, I'm going to say tons. How many tons of rocks do you have?
I will also say tons.
Just tons, okay.
Each time I bring my truck home, I know that it is probably near capacity.
And, you know, how long have you been doing this?
Ever since I was a little boy. I've always loved rocks and minerals. I've always loved gemstones and things that sparkle.
Well, when did you move here?
We moved here in 1991.
Okay.
92.
Okay. And you have been putting your rocks out since that time?
I used to do all butterfly gardens. I did my Master's of Science education in helping monarch butterflies. But over time, I realized that I didn't like weeding as much as I used to. So I turned some of the butterfly gardens into rock gardens.
Okay, well, it's phenomenal. And what's that? You just said you like shiny things. What's that in your hand?
This is a Herkimer diamond that I broke from Dolostone a couple of weeks ago on a trip to Herkimer, New York.
And did you polish it? Because it looks too shiny to come from under the ground.
Quartz crystals come out exactly like this. So
Seriously?
That's one of the beautiful things about them. You don't have to do anything to them.
And you found that?
I did.
Not up in Indian Echo Caverns, I guess.
I did not. No, it was Herkimer, New York.
Oh.
And they have mines where you pay a fee to go in. And this is called Dolostone. And you take sledgehammers and break the Dolostone. You have the dolomite.
It's a form of limestone.
It is. It's one of the hardest substances to break on Earth.
Really?
So I use a 12-pound sledgehammer. I start with rocks this big. You look for little black openings called vugs, and the more vugs you find, the better the chance is there's a Herkimer diamond in one of the pockets.
You know, my husband worked at Carmoose up here. It's been Wimpy and Millards and Tarmac, all kinds of things. And he talked about the dolomite. That's the only reason I know anything about dolomite.
Yes.
But he never told me I could get rocks like that out of there. I would have gone up with him a couple of times.
I think the only place where you get the double terminated quartz is Herkimer, New York.
Really?
Yes, to be called Herkimers. Now, Pakistan has stones that are similar, but they're not supposed to call them Herkimers.
Wow. It is just stunning.
Thank
now,
you.
Can you make jewelry from that?
Yes, a lot of people will make jewelry out of these. It's nice because it's stuck in the pocket, but a lot of stones, when you crack them open, this double terminated quartz piece falls out into your hand.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, it is just, will that eventually turn into a diamond?
It will not.
Oh, okay.
So the only excitement is they're called Herkimer diamonds, but they're double terminated quartz.
Yeah, because I guess diamonds are really in coal, right?
Yes. Well, because of the pressure that you have to form this, that's why it forms with such clarity.
Wow. Amazing. Well, you've been really interesting to interview. I'm so excited that I made it to the end before 3 o'clock. I had some other duties in between, and I wasn't sure if I'd make it, but wow, what a delight.
Well, I would welcome you here at 3:15 if you got here.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you, you too.
You have lots of guests, by the way. I'm looking around here.
We do.
And I've been dominating here, but look at this. You've got people all over. You better go tell them about your rocks, too.
I will do that.
Okay, my battery light just came on. Woo! We just made it. I'll go home and recharge. Thank you.